ago, we put together a transition program that runs throughout the spring and the summer to about once a month, our music teacher, our art teacher, reading teacher, they got together with incoming kindergarten children and incoming kindergarten parents and did activities for them. And it was a way to bring them into the school, to get to know them, to identify any challenges, any things that we could do to support. And it was very interesting for us that when you see a youngster in May and June and July and August, that first day of kindergarten is not such a scary time. That first day of kindergarten is, oh, there's my teacher, there's my music teacher, they're a part of our school community, which we found that to be effective in transitioning children to school. And Donna Marino, another thing on our wish list that she makes come true, started a program here in Middletown called Raising Readers. And it's a program where we could meet with incoming kindergarten parents and current kindergarten parents. It's a 7-week program where we have certified teachers that meet with parents and talk with them about how to raise a reader, how to interact with their children and books. And during that program, they get instruction, they get free books, they get connected to each other, they get connected to our school. So I think there's a lot in place to help that transition, and probably could never be enough. Yes.
Question maybe for you, maybe also for the superintendent.
Okay.
My son goes to Wesley, and it's a good school, but every school has a population of kids that are struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the other elementary schools doing to make sure that they don't get left in the dust by you?
Well, let me tell you, and I can't say this enough. What's happening at McDonough School is happening in every school in the district, and Joe Casella is amazing.
I love the school, he does great, but
Wesley School is amazing. And our teachers learn from the Wesley teachers, and anytime I'm in a room with Joe Casella, I learn from Joe Casella. The reason that we might be getting a little bit more recognition is because the growth has been greater at McDonough School because we started
But they do the data, are they doing the data stuff at the elementary schools as well?
Experts at the data side. When you talk about Wesley School, Lawrence School, Spencer, these schools are doing it just like McDonough School, and many of them are doing it better than we're doing it. I mean, we learn from them. Our teachers go to meetings with their teachers. On election day, rather than when the kids weren't in school, rather than McDonough teachers meeting by themselves, we had the opportunity, thanks to the district, for the McDonough first grade teachers to meet with all the first grade teachers around the district, and the McDonough second grade teachers to meet with the teachers. And to a teacher, they came back and said, Lawrence School's doing this, Wesley School's doing this, and really sharing information beyond. The other thing that we're very blessed with here in Middletown is an incredible technology department. So schools that are doing great things like Wesley School, they put their, do you know Ms. Greenman? Julie Greenman, she's the technology specialist at Wesley. They put information on the web server, so their kindergarten lesson plans for, reading the numbers, reading the letters, that's, our teachers can access that. They can go through and share information. It's definitely a district movement.
Yeah, it's also happening in middle schools and high school as well. And I'm glad you mentioned technology because we don't want to have to reinvent the wheel. And we're taking it from, as John said, from isolation to collaboration. For the folks that were here, we talked about the race to the top. That's the entire push of race to the top, is to change what we've done from isolation to collaboration. That's the race to the top in a nutshell. So that's what we're positioned well for that. So it's happening throughout the district. It's taken a while, but I think the way John's articulated what he's done, we would see.
Yes.
During your presentation, you mentioned that you have a very young teaching staff.
Yes.
And they seem to you have a lot of turnover.
We do.
Why is that?
That's a great question. I can't speak for principals before me, but I can tell you that we're putting a great effort into supporting teachers so that they'll stay at McDonough School. We think that the value of having teachers that have worked together for a long time, the value of having a mixture of experienced teachers and newer teachers, that's the strength of a school. And we're doing what we can, and the superintendent and the board of ed are certainly supporting us to make McDonough School an attractive place to be.
Just followed by Mike, the people that are leaving, are they just leaving within the district, or are they leaving Middletown in general, or what's happening?
During my years here, the teachers that have left within the district, have gone to other schools within the district.
One of the things that the previous administration used to see McDonough as almost like a training ground, and it's, since I've been here, I think having the consistency of the administration at the building and also the consistency of the teaching staff is something that we are definitely promoting and also supporting in all the schools. I think having administration and teachers move, you get that, there's subtleties and nuances of having a staff, a cohesive staff working together to get some of the, like Friday afternoon, instead of going to have a milkshake to talk about their data wall, there's stuff, that's those intangibles that you get by having a cohesive and a staff working together. So we're really working hard to try to keep folks, working together over the years.
Just want to follow up regarding McDonough, because it's come up now and then. I just want to ask maybe the board members in this room, are you committed to keeping McDonough a viable school? We're not talking about closing it down, or any talk about that as we reorganize. We understand Moody School is busing. Is there that long-term commitment that that school in that neighborhood will, the importance of that school being there, is there a commitment?
There
Your
is on my
knowledge?
part, there always
Okay.
has been, that
Okay.
was.
Yeah, I just want to ask that question. Thank you.
Do you want to speak for the board?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any move to close it. We're depending on you funding it.
The community in general, yes.
Yes.
2 years ago, the community was really alarmed when Middletown was cited as one of the districts in need of improvement. And, in spite of these efforts, we're not able to get out from under that, I don't believe. Is that right, Michael? And that's really because, the way No Child Works Behind, the Left Behind, works, just puts more and more districts into the category of in need of improvement. But,
Just in general,
Yeah.
and for people who don't live this every day, in 2001, when the No Child Left Behind Act got started, they looked at achievement across the country and said, in general, if we're around 50% of children reading at or above grade level, and we want to get to 100%, they drew a line from 50% to 100% and said, over the years, the bar is going to go higher and higher. So back in 2001, in order to be a passing school, not to be on the list, you had to be above 50%, but then it went to 60%, 70%, and 80%. So each time the bar goes up, more and more schools and more school districts are finding themselves on the list. Middletown has made incredible improvements over the last few years, and in some cases, the improvements have kept up with that bar, and in other cases, they may not have. But in addition to being the whole school, the whole district meeting that bar, every single subgroup needs to meet that bar. So it's boys need to meet it, girls need to meet it, students with special needs need to meet it, each of the racial breakdowns needs to meet it, students in poverty need to meet it. If one group doesn't meet it, and we have a school here in Middletown where one of their subgroups didn't meet it, every other group made it, as a whole school they made it, but that school gets the label as a school in need of improvement. It's a school that we